The entire beauty industry has been built on secrets, and we're trying to undo that. I think about transparency just being incredibly direct, like no bullshit, here are the facts.
Transparency is scary.
If something has to be learned from child, it is transparency. Think like a child, see like a child, look at the world with child's eye.
Those holes you see are all narrow, airless mica pits, dug deep into the earth. In nearly every pit, children are at work. This is where they spend every single day, digging, sifting, hauling mica. Not a single one of them goes to school.
According to the UN, 73 million children work in hazardous conditions around the world, some as young as 3 years old. It's a mystery how many children work in mica mining.
It's really difficult to create products that perform incredibly well and are also safe for health and are also environmentally friendly and are also taking care of the people up and down the supply chain. It's not easy to do what we're doing.
Mica is a mineral that is widely used in cosmetics because it's safe to use as well as beautiful. It's in the base formula of many beauty products and is known for its radiant and illuminating effect.
For us, mica is the sparkle in eyeshadows, lip glosses and things, all that shimmer and luster. It's critical for creating high-performing products, and we can't do it without mica.
A lot of the beauty industry doesn't know where their mica is currently being sourced.
Someone's daughter, 4 years old right now, is sitting, pulling mica out of a mine in the pitch black dark, scared to death.
They'll sometimes have to walk miles to get to the mines. Many kids spend their days and lives mining mica in dangerous working conditions, digging out both rock and mica. They'll work all day. They'll work into the night.
How can we really ensure that the kids have all the joys of growing up without the fear of death? There are so many issues that are associated with mica. We just have to do something about it.
The mica issue is so much larger than the beauty industry.
Mica is a critical component in everything from airplanes to wall paint to electronics and cars. In fact, it's estimated that your car alone has at least 15,000 parts that use mica. So this single material impacts many major industries. I think a lot of companies are scared to admit the truth. We could just leave, but if we did that, the problem wouldn't go away. There would still be kids going into mica mines every single day. There are no other economic opportunities, and those people still need to eat.
Any child below 18 years should not be out of school.
So Beauty Counter made a commitment to stay and support the communities producing their mica.
You know, our product is beauty, but we're trying to make the world better for people. Do we wait to tell the story when we feel like everything's wrapped up in a perfect bow? Or do we bring people along in the journey knowing that it's going to be really messy? We needed to ask really tough questions about mica.
Beauty Counter's largest supplier of mica is domestic in the United States. The mica comes from Hartwell, Georgia, and is easy to trace. However, mica can be sourced from all over the world. Is it being responsibly sourced? This is where things start to get hazy.
Majority of beauty brands all across the globe have these pieces of paper that are certifying that the mica they source is free of child labor. The problem is those pieces of paper don't mean anything.
We don't take anyone's word for it.
We need to track every single bag of mica every single step of the way.
So Beauty Counter set out on a journey to see with their own eyes what was going on.
We've been to India, Japan, Brazil, followed the routes all the way from mining mica to processors to intermediaries to traders. It's really about having good data, which is why we've partnered with SourceMap, the technology platform.
This is one of the toughest supply chains to trace in the world.
The challenge starts with getting accurate information at the source. This information needs to be digitized and constantly monitored, and then traced along all the many steps in the making of a product.
SourceMap looks at different industries, whether that is the cocoa industry, whether that's the coffee industry, and now the beauty industry. I like people who shed light on a situation, expose the truth, and then do something about it.
Together as a team, we go in to understand who's working at their facilities, what type of health and safety protections are in place. Can you actually trace how much mica is being produced?
We're really going to get into the weeds and look at the books.
There was something much more serious going on. We found on our audits things that really raised concerns. From not listing actual employee numbers to large gaps in production, which makes us think that they're potentially putting in additional mica sources that are untraceable.
When you lift the veil of secrecy, that's when you can expose and make things a little bit better for people.
The region of Jharkhand in India is an extremely resource-rich area. It's one of the largest global mica sourcing hubs. So as you drive and walk down the streets, they're sparkling with mica. You can even see mica in people's backyards. However, the communities that live there are some of the most vulnerable people in the world.
The children and parents are not healthy. Nobody addresses that.
The Kailash Sayarthi Children's Foundation is providing leadership in advocating for much-needed infrastructure, both in health and education.
We are here to make every child educated, safe and free.
Kailash Sayarthi won the Nobel Peace Prize for his work on eradicating child labor.
His vision is having a child-friendly world.
If we have any good thing inside us, it is because a child lives inside us.
It's incredible, the positive impact that he and his organization have had on people, and certainly children.
It is our assumption and belief that if a child is in a school, then he is more likely to be safe.
Beauty Counter is partnering with Kailash's organization to support its many programs on the ground, such as child-friendly villages, which take on the commitment that there will be no child labor and that children will be enrolled in school.
We went to different child-friendly villages, met with the community, and heard what really matters to them.
Champa Kumari is a leading activist in a child-friendly village who received the Princess Diana Award for her work in scaling local solutions.
और आने को बाल मजदूर भी रोकी है। और अगर बच्चे को नहीं हटाएंगे, हमारे अगर माता पिता अगर नहीं चुनेंगे, तो फिर हम लोग खाएंगे क्या? हम लोग की भरण पोषण होगी कैसे?
We don't have all the solutions for these local communities themselves. They know best. Our role is to really come in as a partner to listen. So instead of pulling out, we really wanted to double down in our commitment to support them.
We have so many flaws as a company, but the one thing that I am sure of is that we're totally and completely authentic. And when we say we're going to do something, we're going to do it. And when we say we're going to make a promise to the consumer or we're going to make a promise to the community, we're going to do it.
It's only courageous companies that go above and beyond what their peers are doing that are going to drive change in these supply chains.
We are advocating for responsible sourcing worldwide. We strongly believe that you can source mica with ethical practices. How do we come up with something people can see that there's actually progress happening and be part of the solution as opposed to being overwhelmed by information and having no idea what to do with it?
We are creating a toolkit for the beauty industry and beyond to stop the importation of products that are made with forced labor. It starts here in the US with our domestic supplier.
Beauty Counter sees their supplier in Hartwell, Georgia, as a model for suppliers around the world.
Into 2020, we're going to finish auditing all of our suppliers in person.
I would hope that we would be able to influence others beyond our own industry, making sure that everyone that is working with Mica is part of a movement for change. Ask them to tell the truth, ask them to take action.
Transparency is the key first step, and by exposing the hidden practices that put children in danger, we can all shine a bright light right at the source.
I think that transparency is open, honest dialogue.
If something has to be learned from child, it is transparency. Think like a child, see like a child, look at the world with child's eye.
We're asking you to join us. It's not one person, it takes a village. It takes a community at large to move a market or to change the world.